Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rin. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I am really excited because we are going to paint a Kingdom Hearts themed spread in my sketchbook together. This has been fan art I have been subconsciously wanting to make since I was in my teens. If you don't know what Kingdom Hearts is, or you're new here, I really love video games. Kingdom Hearts is a video game, and I have made several video game themed fan arts on my channel. They're just a big part of my life, especially in my teen years. I played Kingdom Hearts 2 so many times. I've beaten that game so many times. I highly recommend it if you want like a good nostalgic game to play. It's so much fun, and it is something you can definitely spend a lot of hours playing as well. But I had this idea to draw Sora on the right side, and then on the left side of the spread I actually was going to draw Donald, Goofy, and Sora together. But when I was trying to sketch out the idea, I just could not get it to look right. So I ended up, as you can see here, just doing Donald and Goofy, but that was okay because then I have the gang all together on the spread anyway. So I still am happy with the composition of how this turned out. But here I just obviously started painting Goofy. Not the happiest with how my Goofy looks, or necessarily how my Donald looks. I don't know what it is about drawing Donald's beak. If you watched my DuckTales fan art video, you've already heard me talk about my struggle with drawing the beaks of Disney ducks. I don't know what it is about them, but I just really have a hard time getting the shape to look right. I think that was probably the hardest thing I drew in this entire spread for me, which sounds absolutely ridiculous, but for whatever reason I just really struggle with drawing that out. But so I wanted to keep this all very light and not add my usual pops of color to it, just because I felt like that was more on theme with the way the original art for the game looked. And then I also really thought about lining it. I thought about if I wanted to line it with ink, did I want to line it with colored pencil, or did I want to do it more of a no line art kind of style and just line it with the corresponding colors to what's underneath it, if that makes sense. Anyway, I obviously decided to line it with black watercolor, but then I went over all of that with colored pencil, and then towards the end of the video I didn't even use the black watercolor. I just used my colored pencil just for the sake of keeping things neat and clean. And then my other idea with this, because if you've played Kingdom Hearts, you know the story is very layered and there's a lot of different things happening in the story. So with these blocks behind Donald and Goofy, and then there's another one behind Sora by his feet, I had wanted to paint those a solid color, and then whatever part of Donald, Goofy, and Sora were inside the blocks, I wanted to do with colored pencil, which you can see I did do with Goofy. I don't think that vision panned out as eye-catching as I thought it would. You can't really tell too much that's what I was going for. I almost wished, after I had already painted all of Goofy, I had the thought, I was oh, I could have done the parts that were inside the colored blocks black and white. So those parts of Donald and Goofy and Sora would have been in black and white instead of color, and that obviously would have had really high visual contrast. But it was too late. I had already painted Goofy, and I obviously couldn't take the paint off the page. Though I have heard it said that you can remove watercolor from paper with a magic eraser. I have not tried it, and I didn't want to potentially ruin everything I already painted, so I obviously did not try that as well. But I was just trying to think of ways to add in the Kingdom Hearts lore artistically. So that was one of my ideas, was to have different textures to kind of represent all the different layers of the story. And then here at the bottom too, I had wanted Donald and Goofy's portraits or the paintings of them to like fade out into water. I don't really know why. That was just an idea that I had in my head when I started like thinking, how can I lay out this spread and what could I do? And then I ended up really loving it and like sticking with it because it made me think of Destiny Islands and like how that is kind of such a big part of the story as well. So I ended up doing the water with both watercolor and colored pencil as well, just to add some more texture. And there is like colored pencil all over the page. It's not just in the colored blocks. As you can see, I have used it in a bunch of different spots, but I also didn't want to add straight up glitter to the page because that did not feel on theme for Kingdom Hearts quite so much to me personally. So I ended up using a metallic paint for like the keyblade, all the chains on their outfits, and anywhere that there was like silver or gold, I did end up using a metallic paint instead. This was kind of a challenge for me just because of not going about it in my normal coloring style. Normally, if you've been watching my videos, you know I like to add lots of pops of color. I like to line things with multiple colors, but it was hard for me to like kind of restrict myself and stick with just what was true to the actual video game art. In my last video, I had talked about wanting to get better at making more like minimalistic art. I don't know that this is more minimalistic, but it definitely was more minimalistic in color. So it was a good step in working towards that. And then I also put some lyrics from Simple and Clean here next to Sora. If you have played Kingdom Hearts, I know it has a very big fandom. What is your favorite of the like 3 main ones, or all of them? I actually have only played the first and second one, and I can't think of what the other one's called, but the one that was for the Game Boy Advance. I've only played those 3 actually. I really want to play the third one, but let me know in the comments. I'm super curious. I love Kingdom Hearts and would love to know what's your favorite. Also, what's your favorite intro? Mine is Kingdom Hearts 2. I love Kingdom Hearts 2, and I know that's like not a hot take. It seems to be most people's favorite, but in case you have a different favorite or you like an opening of one better than the other, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to know what you guys also like, if you are as well a Kingdom Hearts fan as well. I also debated whether or not I wanted to draw Sora in his Kingdom Hearts 1 or Kingdom Hearts 2 clothes. And I know this is not a perfectly replica, like this is like an artistic interpretation of Kingdom Hearts, or excuse me, of Sora's outfit, because their outfits are so detailed. Like, shout out to all the artists that were busy working, drawing all of the like promotional art and official art for packaging and all of those different things, because wow, everybody's outfits are so detailed and complex. It took me a while to draw this, and I still was sketching in details as I was painting it and looking at a reference. I was like, oh, I forgot to add this chain here or this buckle somewhere. And I mean, like I said, this is not even identical. It's like an artistic, much more simplified version of all 3 of their apparel. So if you were an official artist working on this, I can't imagine how much time it would have taken to draw each one of every piece of art you would have had to. But anyway, I ended up deciding to draw Sora in his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit because it is my favorite and the one I have spent the most time playing as well. Also, before I forget, in case you did not watch my last video, I have my Pinterest account linked in my YouTube channel page. Do go check it out because I really want to use it to post some actual pictures of my art and some digital art I've been working on. I want to say I'm really sorry. I have no clue what's been going on with my mic. I'm literally using the same exact thing I've been using since the start of YouTube, and all of a sudden its qualities really went down. I'm trying to fix it, but I'm sorry about it. Here you can see I did not even bother with the black watercolor to start with for the line art. I was so concerned I was going to mess it up, and I was really happy with how Sora turned out, so I didn't want to mess it up. So I was just like, you know what, I'm going to just do black colored pencil. You can't even really tell the difference. So I would have done ink, but I was concerned it was going to be too harsh against the soft watercolors, so I ended up, that's one reason I did not end up doing ink and I just ended up doing the colored pencil. Also, speaking of the intros of all the games, like the intro video and the ending video, I just have been replaying Kingdom Hearts 2 myself. It's what made me want to make this fan art. That animation has held up so well. If you are a fan of animation, I'm assuming most artists probably like animation as well, and you have not played Kingdom Hearts 2, or if you have and you haven't seen it in a long time, you should totally go watch it on YouTube because the animation is really, really incredible and very beautiful. And this is how it turned out. I was super excited to have this thread in my sketchbook. I have, like I said, wanted to make fan art for this game and just didn't feel like my skills were at high enough level to even attempt that. So I'm glad I made it and I don't hate it. It actually turned out better than I thought it would. If you are still watching, as always, thank you so much for watching till the end. It really helps out my channel. I will see you in the next video. Remember to be kind and stay cozy. Bye!